Case of the Week. I'm Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Katie Webster, and I'm here with Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Dan Laren. Here at the office, we try to keep up with the amount of people that commit property crimes. It seems to be the same small amount of people commit the most crimes. And Dan is here today. He's going to tell us about someone that he dealt with who commits property crimes.
This gentleman's name is Richard Darnell. He's 44 years of age at this point, and I've known him for about a decade because he used to commit a number of crimes here in Lexington. He was known for breaking into gas stations and similar businesses and disabling the phone lines. The idea being that if the phone lines were cut, the burglar alarms wouldn't go out and he could have his time to commit his crimes. Unfortunately, technology has advanced and the burglary alarm companies use cell phones just like everybody else, and so we caught him and he went to prison.
And did he get back out?
He did. He served out in April of 2010, and about 6 months later, Lexington patrol officers did a traffic stop on him. They knew who he was and what kind of a vehicle he was driving. During the traffic stop, they had a drug dog inspect the car. The dog hit, so they searched the vehicle. They found a small quantity of marijuana, a police scanner, 2 duffel bags full of stolen property, burglary tools such as sledgehammers, pry bars, hacksaws, gloves, things of that nature.
Okay, and what did he get charged with?
Well, they took him back to the police station. They interviewed him, and he played some games in his interview about, asking for an attorney and then not asking for an attorney. He's been in the system for some time, and he knew what he was doing. He eventually admitted to a number of burglaries, and he made some statements in his interview that he considers this his life's work. He's a professional burglar, and he knows that he only wants to break into businesses because if he breaks into a residence or if he's armed, he'll be charged with a higher level of burglary, and he won't be eligible for probation or reduced parole.
How did the case proceed from there?
Well, he was charged with burglary and a number of other misdemeanors. He's a persistent felony offender based on his record. The case took some time. The hearing, he tried to suppress his confession to the police, and that hearing was delayed for over a year. He was on bond, and then he violated the conditions of his bond. He went back in. Ultimately, the judge overruled his motion to suppress his confession, and he pled guilty to burglary and persistent felony offender in the first degree.
So how long will he be behind bars?
Well, the judge sentenced him to 12 years to serve. Darnell's record, not including this series of crimes, he has 26 prior convictions, most of which are burglary third felonies. There's some others such as wanton endangerment, receiving, there's an escape, a variety of misdemeanors. He's been on parole 3 times and violated parole 3 times. Ultimately, he will serve 12 years. He'll be eligible for parole in August of 2013.
So he'll be behind bars for a year, and
At
that's
least.
a win for us.
Yes, it is. We're very
Thanks,
pleased.
Dan.